I spent months living with a stranger who looked like my husband, but only offered me anger and silence instead of the warm love we once shared. My name is Margot. I am 34 years old. I remember my wedding day. Julian and I were very happy. We smiled all the time. We laughed every day. Julian was a builder. He made houses. He was strong. He had a lot of energy. Julian was kind. He was funny. I loved him very much. We were married for 2 years. Those 2 years were beautiful. We did everything together. We cooked together. We walked together. We talked every night. Julian told me funny stories. I told him about my day. We were best friends. We were happy. Then something bad happened. Julian went to work one day. It was a normal day. The sun was out. Julian went to build a house. He worked with other men. They were on a high building. Julian walked on the top of the building. Then something went wrong. Julian fell down. He fell very far. He hit the ground. It was very bad. The hospital called me. I was at home. The phone rang. A woman spoke to me. She said Julian was hurt. She said I needed to come. I was very scared. My hands shook. I could not think. I ran to my car. I drove very fast. I wanted to see Julian. I got to the hospital. I ran inside. A doctor talked to me. The doctor looked sad. He said Julian was alive, but Julian was hurt very badly. Julian could not move his legs. Julian could not move his body. The doctor said Julian would never walk again. I started to cry. I could not stop crying. I went to see Julian. He was in a bed. His eyes were open. He looked at me. He did not smile. He looked very sad. I took his hand. I said everything would be okay. Julian did not speak. He just looked at me. His eyes were full of tears. Julian stayed in the hospital for 3 months. I went to see him every day. I sat with him. I talked to him. I brought him food. Julian did not eat much. Julian did not talk much. He just looked at the wall. He looked so sad. My heart hurt for him. The doctors said Julian could come home. I was happy. I wanted Julian to be home. I wanted to take care of him. I cleaned our house. I moved things around. I made everything ready for Julian. I got a special bed. I got a chair with wheels. Julian needed the chair now. Julian came home. I helped him into the house. He sat in his chair. He looked around the house. He did not smile. He just sat there. He looked at his legs. He looked at his hands. He did not say anything. I made dinner. Julian did not eat. He said he was not hungry. I put the food away. My hands were shaking. I went to the bathroom. I cried quietly. The first weeks at home were very hard. Julian could not do anything alone. I helped him with everything. I helped him eat. I helped him wash. I helped him get dressed. I helped him move from bed to chair. Julian did not like this. He was angry. He was sad. He did not want my help, but he needed it. Every time I helped him, he looked away. He would not look at me. It hurt my heart so much. I woke up early every morning. I made breakfast. I helped Julian get up. I helped him wash his face. I helped him brush his teeth. I did this every single day. I never missed a day. Even when I was tired. Even when I was sad. Even when Julian was mean to me. I still did it because he was my husband. Because I loved him. Julian changed after the accident. He was not happy anymore. He did not laugh. He did not smile. He did not tell funny stories. He just sat in his chair. He looked out the window. He did not talk to me much. When I talked to him, he did not answer. Sometimes he just looked away. Sometimes he closed his eyes. Sometimes he told me to leave him alone. I felt so lonely. I lived with Julian, but I felt alone. It was like living with a stranger. This stranger looked like Julian, but he was not my Julian. I tried to make Julian feel better. I cooked his favorite food. He loved chicken and rice. I made it for him. He did not eat it. I played his favorite music. He loved old songs. I played them for him. He told me to turn it off. I told him stories. Stories about our happy times. He did not listen. I tried to make him laugh. I told jokes. He did not laugh. Nothing worked. Julian just sat there. He looked so sad. He looked so angry. My heart broke every day. Every single day, it broke a little more. Then Julian started to drink. One day I found a bottle. It was in his room. The bottle had alcohol in it. Julian drank from the bottle. I was very worried. I was scared. I asked Julian to stop. I begged him to stop. Julian did not listen. He said he needed it. He said it helped him feel better. He said it made the pain go away. But I knew it was bad. I knew alcohol would not help. I knew it would make things worse. But Julian did not care. He just wanted to drink. Julian drank more and more. Every day he drank. He drank in the morning. He drank at lunch. He drank at night. The bottles were everywhere. I found them under his bed. I found them in the closet. I found them in the bathroom. Empty bottles. Full bottles. Bottles everywhere. I tried to take the bottles away. I tried to hide them. Julian got very angry. He shouted at me. He told me to leave. He told me to go away. He said mean things. He said terrible things. I was so sad. I cried every night. I cried in the shower. I cried in bed. I cried when Julian could not see me. Julian became a different person. He was not my Julian anymore. He shouted at me all the time. He said terrible things. He said I did not understand. He said I did not care. He said I wanted to leave him. But that was not true. I loved Julian. I wanted to help him, but he did not want my help. I still took care of Julian. I cooked for him. I cleaned for him. I helped him every day, even when he shouted at me, even when he said mean things. Julian did not look at me anymore. When I came into the room, he turned away. When I spoke to him, he did not answer. When I tried to help him, he pushed me away. He said he did not need me. He said he wanted to be alone. But I knew he was lying. I knew he was in pain. My friends asked about Julian. They asked if he was okay. I said yes. I lied to them. I did not want them to know. I did not want them to worry. But inside, I was very sad. I was tired. I was hurt. Julian's words hurt me every day. I started to feel very alone. Julian did not talk to me. Julian did not look at me. Julian acted like I was not there. I felt like I lost my husband. The man I loved was gone. This angry man was in his place. I did not know this man. This man scared me sometimes. I missed my old Julian so much. I missed his laugh. I missed his smile. I missed his warm hugs. I missed the way he looked at me. I missed the way he said my name. I missed everything about him. I had no one to talk to. My friends called me. They asked if I was okay. I said yes. I lied every time. I told them everything was fine. I told them Julian was getting better, but it was not true. Nothing was fine. Julian was not getting better. He was getting worse. But I could not tell them. I was too ashamed. I was too tired. I just wanted to be alone. One night was very bad. Julian drank a lot. He drank more than usual. He was very drunk. His words were not clear. He could not sit up straight. I asked him to stop drinking. I asked him nicely. I begged him. Julian got very angry. His face turned red. He shouted very loud. The neighbors could hear him. He said horrible things. He called me names. He said I was a bad wife. He said I did not love him. He said I only stayed because I felt sorry for him. He said I wanted to leave. He said I should just go. His words cut me like knives. His words hurt me so much. I ran to the bedroom. I closed the door. I sat on the floor. I cried all night. I could not breathe. My chest hurt. My head hurt. Everything hurt. The next morning, Julian did not remember. He woke up with a headache. He asked for water. He did not remember what he said. He did not remember shouting at me. He did not say sorry. He did not ask if I was okay. He just asked for water. I gave him water. My hands were shaking. I did not say anything. I could not speak. I was too hurt. I was too tired. I felt empty inside. I felt dead inside. Days passed like this. Then weeks. Then months. Every day was the same. Julian drank. Julian shouted. Julian said mean things. I took care of him. I stayed quiet. I tried not to cry, but at night, alone in bed, I cried. I cried for my old life. I cried for my old Julian. I cried for us. I thought about leaving many times. I thought about it every day. I thought about walking away. I thought about packing my bags. I thought about starting a new life, a life without pain, a life without tears, a life without shouting. I imagined it. I imagined being happy again. I imagined smiling again. I imagined sleeping at night without crying. It was a beautiful dream, but I could not do it. I could not leave Julian. I made a promise on my wedding day. I stood in front of everyone. I promised to stay with Julian. I promised to love him. I promised to be there always. In good times. In bad times. In sickness. In health. Even in the very worst times. So, I stayed. Even though it hurt. Even though I was broken. I stayed. One day something changed. I came home from the store. I walked into the house. I heard a sound. It was crying. Someone was crying. Julian was sitting in his chair. His head was down. He was crying. I had never seen Julian cry before. I walked to him slowly. I did not know what to do. I stood next to his chair. Julian looked up at me. His face was red. His eyes were full of tears. He looked at me for a long time. Then he spoke. His voice was very quiet. He said, "I am sorry. I did not understand at first." Julian never said sorry before. He never talked about his anger. He never talked about the mean things he said. I just stood there. I looked at him. I did not know what to say. Julian spoke again. He said, "I am so sorry, Margot." His voice broke. More tears came down his face. He said, "I hurt you." He said, "I was terrible to you." He said, "You stayed with me." He said, "You took care of me." He said, "But I was so mean." He cried more. He could not stop crying. I started to cry too. All the pain I felt came out, all the hurt, all the sadness. I cried and cried. Julian reached for my hand. I let him take it. His hand was warm. He held my hand tight. He said sorry again. He said it many times. "I am sorry. I am sorry. I am sorry." I sat down on the floor next to him. We both cried. We cried together. For a long time, we just cried. We did not say anything else. We just held hands and cried. It felt like something broke inside both of us. Something opened up. After a while, Julian spoke. He told me everything. He told me how angry he was at himself. He told me how much he hated his body. He told me he felt useless. He told me he felt like he lost everything. He told me the pain was too much. He told me he drank to forget. He told me he pushed me away because he was ashamed. I listened to Julian. I did not speak. I just listened. Julian talked for a long time. He told me things he never said before. He told me his feelings. He told me his fears. He told me everything. And I listened. When Julian finished talking, I spoke. I told him I understood. I told him it was okay to feel scared. I told him it was okay to feel angry. But I also told him something else. I told him I was hurt. I told him his words hurt me. I told him I was sad too. I told him I needed him to see me. I needed him to remember I was there. Julian cried again. He said he was sorry. He said he knew he hurt me. He said he did not mean it. He said he loved me. He said he always loved me. He said he was just so lost. He did not know how to feel better. He did not know how to ask for help. We talked for hours that day. We talked about everything. We talked about the accident. We talked about how scared Julian was. We talked about how angry he was. We talked about the pain he felt. We talked about the drinking. We talked about the mean words. We talked about all the hurt. We talked about the anger. We talked about the sadness. We talked about the fear. We talked about the future. We talked about hope. It was hard. It was very painful. Some things were hard to say. Some things were hard to hear. But it was good. It was necessary. We needed to talk. We needed to be honest. We needed to understand each other. He promised to try. He said it would be hard, but he wanted to try. He wanted to be better. He wanted to be a good husband again. I believed him. I wanted to believe him. The next day was hard for Julian. He did not drink. He wanted to drink. I saw him look at the bottles, but he did not touch them. I was proud of him. I told him I was proud. Julian smiled a little. It was the first smile I saw in months. The days after that were hard too. Julian wanted to drink many times. Sometimes he was angry. Sometimes he was sad. He told me how he felt. He did not shout. He did not say mean things. He just talked. And I listened. I helped him. I was there for him. We took the bottles away. I put them in the trash. Julian watched me do it. He looked sad, but he did not stop me. He knew it was right. He knew he needed to stop. He still had bad days. Days when he was very sad. Days when he wanted to give up. Days when he was very angry. Days when he cried, but now he talked about it. He did not keep it inside. He did not drink. He did not shout at me. He did not say mean things. He just told me how he felt. He said he was sad. He said he was angry. He said he was scared. And we talked about it together. I listened to him. I held his hand. I told him it was okay. I told him I was there. I told him we would get through it together. I changed too. I started to talk about my feelings. I told Julian when I was sad. I told him when I was tired. I told him when his words hurt me. Before, I kept everything inside. I did not want to make Julian feel worse. But now, I talked, and Julian listened. He said sorry when he hurt me. He tried to be better. We started to do things together again. Small things. We watched movies together. We sat on the couch, Julian in his chair, me next to him. We held hands. We watched funny movies. We talked about the movies. Julian told me what he thought. I told him what I thought. We laughed sometimes. It felt so good to laugh again. It felt good to be together. It felt like we were a team again. Julian started to smile more. Not a lot. But sometimes, when I told a joke, he smiled. When I sat with him, he smiled. When I held his hand, he smiled. Those small smiles meant everything to me. They told me Julian was still there. They told me my husband was coming back. We talked about the accident sometimes. Julian told me it was still hard. He said he missed walking. He missed his old body. He missed his old life. I told him I understood. I told him it was okay to miss those things. But I also told him we could build a new life. A different life, but still a good life, together. He said he wanted to be happy again. He said he wanted us to be happy. He said sorry again. He said he was sorry for all the pain he caused. He said he was sorry for pushing me away. He said he was sorry for the drinking. He said he was sorry for the mean words. I told Julian I forgave him. It was not easy to say. Part of me was still hurt. Part of me was still angry. But I loved Julian, and I saw he was trying. I saw he wanted to change. So I forgave him. And when I said those words, I felt lighter, like a heavy thing left my body. Julian cried when I said I forgave him. He held my hand tight. He said thank you. He said thank you many times. He said he did not deserve me. I told him that was not true. I told him we deserved each other. I told him we were a team. I told him we would get through this together. Months passed. Life was still hard. Julian still had bad days. I still had bad days, but we talked now. We helped each other. We did not hide our feelings. We did not push each other away. We stayed close. We stayed together. Julian stopped drinking completely. It was very hard for him. Sometimes he wanted to drink so badly, but he did not. He called me when he felt weak. He told me how he felt. I helped him through it. I was proud of him every single day. We went to see a doctor who helps people talk about feelings. The doctor was very nice. Julian talked to the doctor. I talked to the doctor too. Sometimes we talked together. The doctor helped us understand our feelings. The doctor gave us tools to help us. It was good. It helped a lot. Julian started to do new things. He could not walk, but he could do other things. He started to draw. He was very good at it. He drew pictures of trees. He drew pictures of houses. He drew pictures of me. I loved his drawings. They were beautiful. Drawing made Julian happy. I saw it in his eyes. Julian also started to read more. He read books about many things. He read about history. He read about science. He read about art. He told me about the books. We talked about them. It was nice to see Julian interested in things again. It was nice to see him care about something. We started to go outside more. We went to the park. It was our favorite place. I pushed Julian in his chair. We went slowly. We looked at the trees. The trees were so green. We looked at the sky. We watched the birds. The birds sang songs. We watched the children play. Julian liked being outside. He liked the fresh air. He liked the sunshine on his face. He said it made him feel free. He said it made him feel alive. I understood. Being outside made me feel better too. The world felt bigger outside. Our problems felt smaller. One day we went to the park. It was a beautiful day. The sun was warm. The sky was blue. We sat under a tree. Julian looked at me. He smiled. It was a real smile. A big smile. I had not seen that smile in so long. My heart felt so full. Julian said, "Thank you for staying." His voice was soft. His eyes were kind. He said, "Thank you for not leaving." He said, "Thank you for believing in me." I told him we were in this together. Julian said he loved me too. He said he loved me so much. He said I saved his life. He said I gave him hope. He said I made him want to try. I hugged him. We stayed like that for a long time, just holding each other, just being together. It was a perfect moment. Life is still not easy. Julian still struggles sometimes. I still struggle sometimes. Some days are hard. Some days are sad. But we face them together now. We talk. We listen. We help each other. We do not give up. Julian is different now than before the accident. He will never be the same. He cannot walk. He cannot do many things he used to do, but he is still Julian. He is still my husband. He is still the man I love. And he is trying. He is fighting. He is growing. I see it every day. I am different too. I am stronger now. I know what I can handle. I know I can face hard things. I know I can stay when things are bad. I know I can forgive. I know I can love even when it hurts. The hard times taught me these things. Our life is not the life I imagined on our wedding day. It is different. It is harder. But it is still our life. And there is still love. There is still hope. There is still us. Julian and I are still together. We are still a team. We are still fighting. We are still trying. Julian says sorry sometimes, even now. He says sorry for the hard times. He says sorry for the pain. I tell him it is okay. I tell him we got through it. I tell him we are stronger now. And it is true. We are stronger. We survived the worst. We can survive anything now. Every day, I wake up next to Julian. Every day, I am grateful he is here. The accident changed our lives. It changed us. But it did not break us. We are still here. We are still together. We are still in love. Some people ask me how I stayed. They ask me how I did not leave. They say they could not do it. But I do not think that is true. When you love someone, really love them, you stay. You stay through the good times. You stay through the bad times. You stay when it is easy. You stay when it is hard. That is what love is. Julian made mistakes. He hurt me. He said terrible things. But he was in pain. He was lost. He was scared. And when he found his way again, he said, sorry. He really meant it. He changed. He tried. That is what matters. That is why I stayed. I made mistakes too. Sometimes I did not understand Julian. Sometimes I got angry at him. Sometimes I wanted to give up, but I did not. I stayed. I fought for us. I fought for our love, and it was worth it. All the hard days were worth it, because we are still here. We are still us. Our story is not perfect. It is messy. It is hard. It is painful. But it is real. It is our story. And I would not change it, because it made us who we are. It taught us what love really means. It showed us we are stronger than we thought. Julian looks at me now with love in his eyes. He smiles at me. He thanks me. He tells me I am beautiful. He tells me I am strong. He tells me I am his hero. And I tell him he is mine, because he is. He faced his worst fears. He fought his demons. He came back to me. That takes real strength. We do not know what the future holds. We do not know what will happen. Life is hard. Life is uncertain. But we know one thing. We know we will face it together. Whatever comes, we will be there for each other. We will never give up. Not on each other. Not on us. Not on love. Julian said he was sorry, and I forgave him. That is our story. It is a story of pain. It is a story of struggle, but it is also a story of hope. It is a story of love. It is a story of two people who did not give up, two people who fought for each other, two people who are still here, still together, Still in love, still fighting, still hoping, still believing, and that is enough. That is everything. To practice your English skills every day with new stories, please hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications for Teddy English Story. See you in the next video.